Welcome back, everyone, to No Small Feat, the campaign named after what it takes to get Verizon Wireless to not fuck you over. Sorry.
But that got
Uh,
too real.
when last we left our heroes, they were infiltrating the castle of Prince Gollygaunt, a powerful ogre aristocrat who has stolen one of the crown jewels and is currently planning to craft his own crown. Whether or not it'll work with only one crown jewel, and for an ogre no less, when the jewels were designed for humans, is a question that no one is sure of the answer of. What we are sure of is that our heroes are thankful for the assistance of Jack Giant Slayer, perhaps the most skilled ogre assassin in the entire world. Not that he's intentionally trying to be an ogre assassin, it just seems to keep accidentally working out that way. Our heroes also ran into their old friend Leone Imbecile and are now adventuring together, trying to find their way to the room where the crown jewel is kept. They've been searching the ogre's elaborate castle. They went into the kitchen, which had a secret passageway to the lounge. They searched the library and the dining room, and they are now in the conservatory. And they still haven't a clue where that jewel is. So here we are in the conservatory of the ogres. Ogres being so large, an ogre conservatory has to have large flowers. And to some extent, that's a very liberal definition of the word flower, because as you walk in, you realize you see several exotic trees held in pots, like shrubs. But there are some truly massive flowers in the room as well, including one of long vines, and another that has a sort of sickly sweet smell, like bad cake. Or too ripe fruit.
Would Charles, being a farmer, have any information about this stuff?
No, because these are definitely not farm plants. You know, these are the kind of plants that a rich person would put in their little indoor garden, which is to say plants that look pretty and don't really have much use beyond that. Not that a plant has to have use beyond looking pretty. Hey, why was someone clicking over there? Don't click over here. Don't click over in this spot.
Where, here?
Here?
No, don't click there.
Right there?
Come on, don't click on that spot. Stop it.
So many bubbles.
I don't know what you think is there, but it's definitely not a secret entrance.
How about this?
So I am assuming that you all do indeed find the secret entrance in the conservatory.
Is this actually considered hidden?
Maybe to a giant's point of view.
You know, I've always kind of wondered who is making all these little passageways and stuff, but you know, I don't question it. We only
looked at Montblanc. Charles actually looked at Montblanc and goes, "Actually, could you ask your patron if there's ever people that live in the walls of giant castles like mice?" Because he just brought up a good point. Who is making all these?
You know, that's an absolutely fair question. Flips open the book, goes to the page he's been like writing back and forth with Bleak Annis, and goes, "Hey, question about giant castles. Are there rat men in the walls?"
Oh, you mean borrowers? I've heard rumors, but I don't visit giants that often. Ogres that often.
Fair.
I
There's a
do
lot-
know that ogres spray for borrowers, but I don't know if that's because there actually are some or it's just a superstition.
There's a bunch of really well placed hidden doors that are human sized in an ogre's mansion. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't gonna run into like
There's like a moment as if she has a pause, and at the end it's just like, it's fucking weird, man.
I know, right?
It's bad when the big witch is like, that's fucking weird. I don't know.
It's like that one picture of that old guy. He's like, I don't know, that's scary.
Yeah, as the students powering up.
The best I can give you guys, that Bleak Annis can inform me of, is that ogres occasionally spray for borrowers. She's never met a borrower, as far as I'm aware, and I have no idea who's making these doors. It's kind of weird.
Hmm.
And he's like, you
I'm
know what?
sure I'm
We'll
sure
just
it's nothing to worry about.
we'll just press on. It'll be fine.
But before we press on, Charles, I'm a hoarder in every character I play, so he's going to try to look for something that is like, oh, these are interesting plants. I wonder if there's something I can plant later and try to grow it.
You do know enough about plants to know which ones you could grow from leaf cuttings. You managed to get these a leaf cutting of these giant blue flowers. Of this weird little purple flower here. And also a still twitching vine from this big sucker over here.
So that one doesn't try to eat me like a fly.
It does not, although its
Okay.
vines do curl like snakes or octopus tentacles. And they briefly retract like a feely plant when you touch them, but it doesn't attack.
Okay. Yeah, Charles will bundle them up and store them in the barrel of dirt.
When Charles goes over to the plant that is moving, Mont Blanc will go with him, look the plant up and down, and speak to it, going, "So what's your story, bud?" Because I have that wonderful ability that lets me talk to monster type, beast type, and plant type. And this is one of the few times plant type has been relevant.
The plant sits there for a second, and you hear a voice in your head say, "Oh, nothing. I just sit in this pot and drink the water. Would you like to sit with me?
Sure.
Climb on top."
Mont Blanc.
Uh,
Whatever that plant is telling you to do, do not.
He wants to share his water, though.
Don't.
Go
It's gonna
ahead,
be the
climb on
water.
top. There's a little seat up there.
Mm,
You're not trying to
Hey.
eat me, are you?
No.
why don't you try sketching it first?
All right. Would it be all right if I sketched you? You have very lovely petals.
I don't
And
know
your
what that means, but that's fine. I bet you could get a better view from on top.
Mont Blanc sketches the plant.
The man-eating flower. A large species of carnivorous plant bred by ogres in the south of Midgheim, generally in Castellan and Mediterra, with long whipping tendrils. It is claimed that the species originates from a continent to the south, though it's very hard to corroborate such claims. They nonetheless have been cultivated by ogres as a method of borrower control. It is said that the sweet smell of the digestive enzymes inside the main bell of the flower is almost irresistible once it wafts past a person's nose.
Charles is rethinking taking it if Mont Blanc shares that information.
It says it's a man-eating flower.
No, I'm not.
Nuh-uh.
That's slander. Wait, it's in print. It's libel.
Charles looks at the cutting.
Yeah, so that
Actually
one.
debating whether or not to take it with him. Yeah, I'll take it. I think I know someone who might like it.
Well, have fun protecting the place from borrowers.
I don't know what that means. Would you like to sit in my bell for a bit and we could talk more?
I have a feeling your bell is full of teeth.
No.
No.
That's hurtful.
I'm sorry. But unfortunately, I have some plans. So I gotta go. But it's a pleasure meeting you. Thank you for letting me illustrate you.
I don't know what that means.
I drew a picture.
You know what? I don't even want you to sit in my bell. You go away.
Now I feel
Okay,
bad.
bye.
First time anyone's ever talked to me. Being mean.
God.
I'm sorry. I hope the next time someone talks to you, they're nicer.
Yeah, I hope they sit in my bell. They'll have a real nice time.
Looks over to Asterion. It's depressed I'm not sitting in its bell.
You say
Quit giving
Asterion?
the monster plant depression.
Charles.
Oh, sorry, you said that to Asterion, so quit giving the monster plant depression.
Wow.
Yeah, I assume you meant
I
Asterion
meant
the
Charles.
Minotaur.
I meant Charles the Minotaur. But my brain went Minotaur. Asterion's his name.
That's like pointing to a
Asterion
random
survived
guy.
by
It's like, hey
Minotaur.
Adam. Hey Eve, how you
Darling.
doing?
I thought you'd never ask. Lead on.
God. So,
Ooh, I wonder
Which
what
one
this
of which one of our players would romance Asterion?
Not
it's
me.
about block drawing the others.
I'm drawing at least this one plant that has all sorts of little buds on it.
It looks like Sundew.
It's Deadly Nightshade. Get me some leaves.
Okay, boss.
Mhm.
Mont Blanc will scurry up and be like, I need to borrow some leaves. I'm sorry.
What was it?
And it looks like, oh, it's Deadly Nightshade.
Glad he's wearing gloves. And goes,
Now, I'm getting some for the boss, but I'm also taking some because while I can't probably gather enough Deadly Nightshade to outright kill a giant, I probably can get enough to make him shit his pants.
I mean, one of those leaves is enough to poison the whole like feast that Leone threw.
So, like, 8 of these should be good to make a giant shit his pants. Ogre.
Probably,
apologies.
maybe a Jotun, but yeah.
I don't want to poison the Jotun. He seemed nice. We didn't talk to him, but he seemed
I meant
nice.
by size comparison, I say as we're walking towards the hatch.
That's fair.
Who would poison an entire kingdom of people? What kind of psychopath would do that?
I'd like to limit the amount of ogre death we cause. And personally, I just feel that, poisoning should be a more intimate, personal, controlled burn, you know?
That's a noted.
Well, that's absolutely fair. I bring up the counterpoint that if we just let the Ogre King do his thing, there's a non-zero chance his head's just going to melt from the putting the jewel on his head.
Well, that would be
Okay,
his
but
fault.
doesn't that also mean that, like, the kingdom will respond as if the head of it had their head melted? Like, isn't that how crowns work?
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Enough sense, anyway.
I don't know. I've come from like a small village in the middle of nowhere. I don't know all this king stuff. I think it would be funnier instead of melting his head with the crown because he couldn't hold the power, or potentially ruining the land. We just make him shit his pants.
When they were offering me a knighthood, they kind of explained the whole thing to me, and the reason why you can't just make a new king and a new crown is that like it's like a magic tie sort of deal, and you got to really make sure you got a good guy for the role, and really make sure the crown like isn't competing with other things for its tie to the land. It was really confusing. Leonie looks Jack. You're a knight? Oh no, I refuse. That's like way too much pressure. You guys end up in a bedroom.
Are we under a bed?
You are next to a bed.
Are there any giant bunnies underneath?
Do you want to look?
Well, Blanco.
Nah. I would, with how things have been up here, I would not be surprised if there are literal dust bunnies up here.
What do I see under the bed?
What do you see under the bed?
You stick Barnaby under first. Barnaby the periscope.
This one? Yeah, that's good. You see like dust, knickknacks, like worn down bits of pen. Nothing particularly interesting. There's like a sock that you could fit inside, but I don't think you'd want to.
If it's been under a bed, no.
It would have to be freshly laundered, but that would make a good sleeping bag.
I'll just see a bit more here.
Oh, another box.
It's really there's a huge chest in the corner here, like Christina Hendricks big.
Bright Eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Did you try to get a higher view? I would really hate to start trying to smash that lock open and there's a giant having a nap on the bed.
With a lock that big, can't we just fit our hands into it?
You want me to climb the bed, or do you want me to climb on top of the...
Or just Charles is just like, you seem the most agile out of us, so it's up to you. Charles, the bull in heavy armor, carrying a giant shield.
Well, I feel like at least if I climb the chest, I won't step on anybody and they won't notice I'm here.
That's
People
smart.
freak out less if they see a mouse crawling across the room than if a mouse is suddenly crawling on their bed while they're in it.
That would be my consensus as well. And she'll try to climb this chest. Is it just easy for me to just scramble up?
Yeah, I think by this point definitely so. You
Get
like
enough
there, and there's
guys
like
to-
and like it's like a fucking pirate chest, so like there's like good grips for mountain climbing. I mean, I think you guys have like mountain climbing gear, don't you?
Yeah, we did get climbing gear.
So yeah, you're fine. You managed to get up to the lock. And now for the most important lock picking check of your life.
I think Charles just wants me to look and see if there's anybody on this bed, and he wanted me to get higher.
Oh, is there anybody on that bed? Okay, yeah, that's true. All right.
To get a look at the rest of the thing, since
Okay, there's nobody over there. Don't see anybody on the bed. Would you all like me to try to pick this lock?
I mean, it might be easier than normal since it's so large.
Got to be something interesting in there.
I mean, well, actually, Charles wouldn't know to make this joke. It's like, what's that about sticking your hand in heavy machinery?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Just keep going. Don't worry about it.
There's music happening. Do you still want me to pick this lock?
Just just figure it out. So, what's your approach? How you picking that lock?
All right, let me see here.
So, because again, you can justify different dice by explaining how you do something.
All right, well, I'm definitely not doing anything like to break the lock. I am trying to get my hands in there and use like 2 disposable daggers that I had and just kind of try to get in there and wiggle all of the components loose.
Okay, I'm gonna say this is an insight dex combination because it does require some good grip, but you're not gonna have to use strength to move anything.
Okay. Submit. There we go. Yeah, no, that's not good.
Not good. You try, but like you're using decent amount of finesse, and you're kind of figuring out what you should do, but actually generating the force to move the bits is just beyond your tiny frame. You need someone more muscular to try this out.
She'll just kind of lean over. I just imagine that she's just hanging onto the lock.
Yeah, I would agree.
Like she's got her legs wrapped around the top of the lock, and she's hanging upside down, and that's why she can't quite do it. She looks down and goes, needs a bit more force than I can generate.
Is that so? Then leave it to me.
Get off of this.
All right. I'm going to give you a +4 from Bright Eyes' attempt, and we'll say maybe just a solid might roll.
Okay. All right, leave this to me.
Because Bright Eyes is telling you what to do with the pieces. It's just about generating the force to get it done.
Oh, wait, you boosted up your strength roll last time, didn't
Yep. Even with all that.
+4, that's 14, and I say that's enough.
Well, I added the 4 to that.
That's still enough. It's fine. Standard difficulty level is 10, and I didn't announce anything different. Well, that's wonderful. That is good. As you get the lock open, and you feel it buckle, and the chest top starts to lighten, you hear thunderous single applause as someone strolls from around the corner into your view of vision. The towering ogre prince, Gollygaunt.
Oh.
Oh, golly god.
Oh, he really is a gaunt. An ogre.
Well. Looks like I've got some borrowers in my castle.
Oh, that makes sense.
Trying to rob good old Prince Gollygaunt. Don't you know I'm gonna be a king soon?
Nah, we're making sure that doesn't happen.
All right, Tinies. He unsheaths his big crooked, fanged sword and says, "Why don't you give it your best shot then?"
Well, all right.
Roll initiative.
All right. my wacko initiative anymore, so
We need strength. Fall from the ceiling onto his head. Initiative.
It's just
Oh
currently
right,
locked
I
in
forgot
battle.
with the new dragon armor. I don't get initiative negatives.
Wow, Leone and Jack both rolled terribly.
Yeah.
My roll go through.
it did, but you are like,
Did my roll go through or?
I don't think it did, but you're also like roboting.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, my connection's been dipping kind of recently, so
Uh-oh.
I might disconnect.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Yeah, let's do a little reboot.
While he was doing that, did Edmund notice anything in the treasure chest as he was starting to lift it?
You haven't opened it fully yet. It's a big fucking chest.
Okay, I figured.
Okay, there's the initiative.
There it goes.
Yeah.
All right.
Looks like Mont Blanc is faster again.
Faster,
Am I still
stronger.
rolling really bad?
You sound better now.
Sound better.
Am I rolling? Okay, yeah, because it went down to red and then suddenly back to green when it finally posted, like 2 minutes later.
Yeah, internet. Internet dips are weird.
Yeah.
Ollie.
I
Gee,
mean, we're
Verizon.
going off of 5G wireless, so sometimes it does go bad, but
Hmm,
it's much better than fucking CenturyLink.
almost
They
similar.
never sent us a replacement modem for the one that got damaged in the mail.
Wow.
Jeez.
Good job, CenturyLink.
Yeah.
I'm not monetized, so I can talk bad about any corporation I like.
And fuck the ketchup kids and their sunglasses.
Tell us how you really feel.
I don't care for those ketchup kids or their sunglasses.
Or the
Okay.
mustard minions.
Fuck you. Fuck your cartoon hot dog husband. So Mont Blanc, your first. Well, let me check Gollygon's initiative because he's a boss. His initiative is 10. Yeah, you're going first, Mont Blanc.
Ooh, joy! I'm going to look at him and be like, see, that's a problem. I don't like it when people like you go like, oh, I'm gonna be all big and spooky.
Like, spooky. I take offense to that.
Wow. Wow.
Jeez.
You shoot out your gazer beams, and Gollygaunt fucking sidesteps them with a smug ass grin. Talk a big game, mate. Gotta give you that. I'm guessing. Oh wait, yeah. Remember, you got pluses, William. Does 23 hit you, Mont Blanc?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I have to call his. He is doing this with the element of fire. As he swings his rainbow blade around and slams it down on you for 26 damage.
Ow!
Yeah, how's that hurt, you little bleeder?
I'm at 21 in crisis. Oopsies.
All right. Who would like to go next? Or we can just go by numbers, in which case it would be Edmund.
That can go.
Wait, is it Edmund? Am I right?
I'm tied with Bright Eyes.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. Oh, we are tied. But I can go.
Yeah, Edmund can go.
All right. Let's see. I am going to.
What you doing?
Hello.
I'm just reading my skills really quick. Sorry. I'm going to use my skill of provoke.
Ooh.
All right, so I roll an opposed might and willpower check.
Okay.
With a +1 to it. And Edmund kind of jiggles with the lock more. Hey, big guy, your treasure's gonna be all ours.
Okay, and that means that he focuses on you. Is that how it works?
Yes, but it's an opposed check, so if I think you won the roll, but it would make you enraged, and you'd have to include Edmund in any attack targeting until you become not enraged anymore.
That's a cool power. Yeah, he doesn't become enraged, but he looks at you and he's like, "Well, I know you're playing me, but you're right."
You're right.
And he winds up with his rainbow sword. Oh, Jesus Christ, stop rolling so well. He does. Okay, so he has 23, and I think it's going to be these people in the first row. So Leone, Edmund, and Charles, as he swings his rainbow sword. Let me get him a bit closer. There we go. That's fun. Let me see if that hits.
I was looking at my stuff.
So 23. Does 23 pass your armor?
Yes,
It
it
does.
does.
It does for Leone.
Mine is 22.
Okay, what was his high roll there? 7.
Yeah,
So
that's
7 plus 20 physical damage.
27.
So 27.
27. 27
Okay.
physical damage.
There's something I want to
Hey.
do, but I want to do the
Ow.
math on my HP really quick. Oh. Okay, I'll just write it down.
My HPs.
It's 27. Okay, I'll calculate that, but I am going to use my painful lesson
Mm-hmm.
skill. So I do a study action. It's been a while since I had to do this, so study is, what's the roll for study again? Anyone remember offhand?
I think it's double insight.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I was just looking at that. Sorry, I was doing math.
Which was your
Hey,
skill
that
level?
hurt.
Yeah, it did.
All right.
It was 1 over my AC, my armor.
Damn, that's a pretty good roll.
Yeah, that is. My weakest dice, yeah. All right, so if that is a success,
Mhm.
then I study one aspect of the creature, so I guess if I get to pick, I would pick if he has an elemental weakness. Or you have to pick like a specific element.
I'm sure you probably have to pick a specific one, but I'm just gonna let you know up front. He has no vulnerabilities, weaknesses, resistances, or immunities. So On the one hand, he doesn't have any special glaring Achilles heel, but on the other hand, there's nothing he's super resistant to either.
Not a bad hit, but a yak told me enough that I need. Go on, guys, hit him with whatever you want.
Okay.
So anime.
Okay. If nobody minds me going next, I have an idea. But also, I have an offer. So my idea is has the potential to be very bad. But also has the potential to be very good if it hits. But I could also just spend my turn buffing up and healing Mont Blanc.
I'm kind of curious on the former, I'm not gonna lie, but I also know how.
Yeah, because I can heal if I need to.
Oh, that's true.
Alrighty, then I will use this new fun toy that Will gave us. Damn it, of course it didn't fucking hit.
Oh.
Actually,
Could
can I
we?
use a Fabula point to re-roll that one?
Absolutely.
Fuck it, yeah. I have 6 of the fucking things, why the hell not?
Spend that shit.
It's a
Get
D10.
an 8, get an 8, get a double.
9!
Fuck yeah!
He's fucking prone!
He is indeed fucking prone.
So you just watch
Fucking
Right,
trip
I
him up like
like-
an AT-AT.
snap this whip up and then swing it around and hit his ankles and then yank as hard as she possibly can.
Nice.
Hold on, I have to
God,
show
look
that
like
on screen
Gulliver's
because it's
Island,
fucking funny.
He's rendered prone until the next round. God damn, good choice. All right, well, everyone dogpile him because he's got no more turns this round.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's the Persona all-out attack type.
Yeah, it is. It literally is. That is what fucking prone is. The condition I made up for Fabula.
Fucking prone. I wasn't expecting that to work, but get him.
Get him!
Trying to see what would be the most effective.
And Jack Giant Slayer hasn't even gone yet.
Oh god. His
Who's next?
defenses are lowered too.
Should Charles go next?
I'm trying to see what would be the most effective thing for me to do if Leone wants to go. Because I tied with Leone,
All right.
right? Unless she was the 3.
No, I'm pretty sure I rolled her first. And I don't really care who goes first, Jack or Leone. Especially not. Like, goddamn. Woo. Okay. Okay, not the best roll, Leone, but with him fucking prone.
Really bashes that pinky toe.
You know what? She can spend a point. She's got some. She's gonna re-roll one of those D8s. Hey, that's better. Yeah, now she does a good 15 damage as she hits that guy right in the fucking kneecap.
Ah. So Charles doesn't really have damaging stuff he can do unless he sets up with preparedness stuff. But so I think, yeah, he's just gonna the other kneecap.
Goddamn, nice.
Nice.
So doubles.
Jesus Christ, Jack!
Oh my god.
MP.
I gotta check to see if Jack has anything that makes that doubles a crit. So, since fucking prone is a status effect, even if it's not an official one for Fabula Ultima, I feel this also qualifies for cheap shot.
Oh god.
You may deal extra
Oh,
damage
no.
equal to skill level times however many status effects you're suffering.
Oh.
Jack's skill level is 5, so that's an additional 5 damage to that doubled 13. Well, actually, you would double the 5 too.
God damn it, Jack.
So 18 times 2.
36.
Yeah. Jack, slingshots him, and you just hear a knee crack, and the prince go, "Oh, fuck!"
Oh. I was worried he was gonna shoot up right as Grundle.
That's gonna be the finisher. All right, top of the round. Who wants to go first?
I think since he's prone and everything, it should be basically the same order, just to like have the one in for everybody in terms of a hit.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's fucking prone for a round. It's the top of this round, so it's up to his next turn. So he will be standing up this turn.
Yeah.
Whoever
all right.
wants to hit him as hard as he possibly can.
Edmund, go hit him, please.
All right, then I'm gonna finally use a skill that I've had for so long, but I've never had the chance to use. It's time. Shadow Strike.
Ooh.
So I start with by just rolling a might dice.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, where is just that? Ooh, okay. So I lose 10 HP. But
Nice.
now I get to do a dark attack, regardless of the weapon choice. Oh. Just want to make sure I pick the right weapon really quick.
Forgot about the Vorpal Blade I could have used, since anyone could use that. Oh well. Ooh.
All right, and if that hits, the 18 damage gets boosted by 12, because that's the die roll plus my skill level.
Fuck.
So I do 30 dark damage.
God damn. Good job.
Holy crap.
You are fucking him up. He takes his first turn to stand up. It is now,
Do you want me to try
Mont
to trip him
Blanc?
again?
I mean, if you
Whip
want to
that
trip him,
fucked up knee.
if you want to try to trip him again, you can. I don't mind waiting.
Yeah, that's up to everybody else. Would you like me to try trip him again?
yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, the DM so emphatically insists.
It's just so good.
Fucking do it. All right.
God, it feels like, God, it feels like when in Final Fantasy X I got a weapon that it caused petrification and it just trivialized everything.
Skada.
Hmm?
His normal defense is 16.
Okay.
You just hit it.
So he kicks off like the whip and then she whips it back around.
And like he's standing on his shaky fucking knee that Jack the Giant Slayer may have just broken, and you immediately trip him again.
Hey, Charles and Leone helped soften that knee up.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, this is my new favorite thing. I love this thing.
Oh, thank you, Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
All right, let's Pennywise his ass.
Montblanc, you're next. Three.
Okay, so with that in the way, Mont Blanc gets a little bit of a funky little smirk and goes, well, can't knock him down with my gazer beam, but probably could hold him in place. That's a critical success.
Jeez.
It's always the Iceman.
We're just arm stomping this poor guy.
You're a chilly bitch. How much HP does he fucking have left?
Let's see, so 8 plus 15 is 23, and if it's a critical success, it doubles, right?
Yeah. Congrats,
46.
by the way. Congrats, by the way. You put him in crisis.
Jesus.
He's just like, fuck you! For the first canonical time, Mont Blanc has 4.
The Ogre Prince has never been knocked on his ass like this.
And that is my turn.
Woo! All right.
My
Charles,
turn?
I think... Yeah, it's yours.
Okay, I'm just inputting something real quick.
As
just-
he's just doing that, just a quick bit of shit talk. Two Longshanks. She's gonna say in Draconic and go, well, I hope he has fun ruling the littles from his ass.
You can hear Longshanks laughing.
So, shoot. Sorry, this is like trying to decide between like several things. You know what? Yeah, why not? Charles will pull the Vorpal blade out of Hammer's face as it turns into Gladius for him, and well, never mind.
You can use a fabulous point.
Yeah, roll a fabulous one.
Yeah. Let's see how many do I have. I have plenty though. I got 4. Yeah. So 1d10. Come on. Oh no. 8. 8 plus 2, 10. Yep.
Wait. Can you invoke a bond? You can do both. Come on.
Well,
invoke
will
a
that be
bond.
enough to get up there?
He's fucking prone. His normal defense is 16. And fucking prone reduces your defense and magic defense by 5.
So you'd have to hit an 11. You're almost
So
there.
if you could invoke a bond of at least a strength of 1, you would be there.
Well, I know I have a bond of at least 1 with Leone, and she's next, so I'll just say, all right, Leone, you're next. As I just try to slice right behind the knee that's been fucked up. Oh no, I'm going for the Achilles tendon.
Yeah, you are. You Mediterranean little fuck. Come on, roll good girl. Hey, that's good enough. Bonk. All right, Jack. It's on you, buddy. Remember that. Remember that you're adding 10 to this because he's fucking prone, buddy.
Jesus Christ.
Christ!
Jack! Okay, I'm showing that on screen because that's fucking ridiculous.
He's the story's favorite.
It's like the dice. It's like the dice know.
Christ alive, Jack.
They're in on the joke. Jack takes aim with his trusty slingshot and whispers, "Please don't kill him." And fires. and hits Prince Gollygaunt with an obliterating shot to the nards.
Oh,
Oh! The ogre screams.
oh, he's not just losing the crown jewel, he just lost his family jewels.
As he lies there, clutch yourself. Oh! Oh! Oh!
Well,
Congrats! You defeated Prince Gollygaunt! He's not dead, he's just in extreme, crippling, disabling pain.
Congratulations, Jack. You've probably hurt him for life.
You didn't
But
kill
he's not
him,
dead.
though.
But he's
Yeah.
not dead.
Okay,
Hey,
he's not
Edmund.
dead. He's not dead. And Leone slaps him on the back. Is like, "You did good, you little freak. You did good."
Hey, Edmund, let's go. And Charles will go with Edmund and try to drag the sword away from him.
I was thinking the same.
Maybe Leone should help too, because this thing's fucking huge.
Yeah, you guys all work together. Like, I mean, he dropped it. He's currently cradling his loss.
We're just trying to make sure it stays out of hand, so if
Yeah,
it touches his bad thing.
Yeah, he's not even noticing you guys at this point. He should just woo-hoo!
He's effectively dead, I think. Oh.
Very quietly, just like,
We rendered him to an uncertain doom.
is the crown jewel in his crown?
No, his crown has no jewels on it. I mean, no magic jewels. It's encrusted, but it's not charmed.
Ooh, pop out a couple for an elemental.
He's not dead. Like, if you start crawling all over him, he's probably gonna react.
Like weevils?
Mont Blanc is like sitting there, like, I bet I could make him turn to stone. That'd be funny.
He just took a shotgun blast to the testicles.
He's also frozen to the floor.
Yeah.
And we just fucking, like, if he lives through this, he's gonna be walking with a serious limp for the rest of his life.
I mean, it's the Middle Ages. He might have to get them Well, there's magic. He won't have to get them amputated, but it's gonna be bad for him.
Yeah.
See if I can peek into this fucking chest.
Yeah,
Alright.
let's take a look at the chest.
You
I think-
guys open the chest and find, to your great and wondrous surprise, it's empty.
Hold on,
beat
it's
us
an
here?
empty chest.
And as he's cradling himself, he's like, "What? What?
Yeah, your shitty chest.
Someone-
What do you mean? What do you mean it's empty?"
Someone beat us to the punch.
Shit, where's my poem? I had a special poem prepared.
Stop that.
Give me 1 second. So yeah, it's in the master plan area. Oh yes. At that point, you hear a popping noise, and bits of colored paper fall from the ceiling. As 4 rapscallions emerge from under the bedside table. They are dressed in the motley of jesters.
Oh no.
Quirky mini boss squad.
The bedside table. That makes sense.
And they have pale skin, sharp teeth, and bulbous red noses. I did full colored pictures, right? I wasn't a fucking jackass, was I? I could have sworn I remember doing it. Did I only do the sprites? I don't think I only did the sprites. Maybe I only did the sprites. Okay, well, sometimes you suck a little bit. That's all right. We got the pencils. There's one dressed predominantly in shades of red, who has the horned hat of a jester, with the long curling crowns with bells, as well as a cape. There's one with a very long pointy hat, like some sort of jester wizard. A very large one with a great deal of strength, obviously more prone to acrobatics and tumbling than joke telling as a jester. And finally, a strange one dressed mostly in black and white that has a sort of disquieting silence in their movements and mannerisms. And the 4 jester women all strike a pose as the red one says, "To the pan and into the fire! Now you shall face a peril most dire! Before you stands a lovely quartet, and we 4 shall be your worst challenge yet! Run for your life, and do not lose the race, for now you know well the peril you face. Cower and cry, for there is no escape! Face down the might of the great jester's jape!" And then the four clowns laugh and say, "Not really, though. We've already got what we want." And she holds up a very familiar-looking jewel. "Jesters, exeunt!" And all 4 of them leave. They hop out the window as Gollygon sits there and is like, "They stole my jewel!"
They stole your jewel before we could.
Well,
Those little bastards!
You stole that jewel, so it's never your jewel in the first place. So what are you getting upset about?
All right, well, semantics, but they stole from us!
Yes. Yes, they did.
Those little bastards! That was my jewel! And it was going to be your jewel! That's not fair! He starts pounding the floor.
You know what the best way we could... You're right, it's not. That we have to get after them. Do you know the quickest way to pursue them?
Oh god, my legs hurt so much. He's struggling to try and he finally manages to sit up. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that's putting pressure. Ooh. All right. If I could walk, I could get some of my subjects to go comb the island. Oh, those little bastards. Oh, they took my jewel. They took our jewel.
We gotta get it back.
We gotta get it back.
You have to crown the king. No offense, but the king will be crowning won't be you, but
You know, that's fair. You won that scrum. I'll give it to you. Listen, if you can get me to someone who can heal these gammy legs, I'll help you get it back.
Charles side eyes with bright eyes, like, no, we could.
Yeah, we could.
He seems to be charitable.
Yeah, sure.
come on, he's an ogre.
Sure.
They were
Actually, who got hit besides me and Mont Blanc?
Leone took some significant damage.
I took
Okay.
damage too, but
So,
I mean, I was almost intentionally trying to get myself into crisis for another ability.
yeah, sorry, Edmund, but I'm going to heal myself, Leone, and Mont Blanc. I can only do up to 3 characters at a time.
I can only do 1, and she's gonna go over, and since she has to encourage to do this, she's gonna gently pat his broken knee and go, "It's alright. You tried your best."
Oh, wait, yeah, I meant to say the giant instead of myself.
It's fine. Your healing magic sees through, and he manages to stand up. It's like, oh, my balls hurt much less. Oh, thank you. And he uses his sword to problem solve. I was like, all right, right. Let's get the ogres out, comb the island. We're gonna find those little bastards.
Yes, that we are.
I wonder where they came from.
Do you think they're the ones who were creating all those passages?
Nudge Mont Blanc.
All I'm saying is, I think the lanky one was Long Lincoln's cousin.
Yeah, I got that
Was it one
same
of his
vibe.
sister? Is that why he's looking for good wives for his sister? That this one fell in a bad crowd?
Truly a delinquent.
I quickly sketched the 4 wonderful, wonderful clown ladies.
DZ.
And the bestiary replies, "Clowns, one of the more common variety of cambion or half demon. Clowns are the result of the blessing of the archdemon Alicino from the Malabolge, one of the many kingdoms of a sort in the place that demons hail from. There are 4 known varieties of clown. Harlequins, or red clowns, who are blessed by Alicino's crimson horns, and are known for their sanguine nature. Perros, or white clowns, blessed by Alicino's clammy palms, known for their phlegmatic nature and dour dispositions. Buffoons, or blue clowns, blessed by Alicino's blue wings. The strongest of all clowns and most inclined towards physical comedy and slapstick. And the enigmatic and perhaps most dangerous of all, mimes, or black clowns, blessed by the dark tongue of Alicino herself. Clowns are known for their comedic and chaotic natures, and while they may not be as predisposed to wickedness as their demonic progenitor, they are nonetheless known for riling up a good deal of mischief and liking to see the chaos that ensues as a result of their antics.
We're dealing with cambions again.
Wait,
Are you
again?
just drawn to the gems?
No, to be fair, from what my patron is saying, clowns just like chaos. So probably the reason we're not physically fighting them, well, you know, Jack's wonderful skills.
And to be fair,
Yeah.
the doppelganger wasn't drawn to the crown jewel. He had that thing in a fucking crypt.
True.
Well, at least this
Well,
time
we
it's
have
gonna
to get
wanna
out of
marry
this.
me.
They may be in league with Malice. We have to stop them.
I think they're doing it for the laughs. So if we can make it a funny thing for them to come back and lure them in with a funny trap, we might get them back.
Someone could do an insight willpower check to see if they've heard the name Jester's Jape before.
Could I? Let's see.
Yes, anyone could.
I will do it as well, because why not?
Double insight.
Insight willpower, you said?
Mm-hmm. Difficulty level 12.
I'm going to roll interrogate, but it's the.
Yeah, I know.
It's just the.
Thanks, White Rice. It's great. Nope.
Oh, gee, the goody two-shoes never heard of Jester's Jape before.
Bonk bonk. Does that ring any bells?
Insight plus willpower? Okay, let's go. Totally gonna roll well on this.
Something about a jester's jape. Can't quite place it.
That's hilarious.
That's a range of success.
Edmund?
Failure.
You know what? It would make sense, though. Edmund, you have heard aristocrats and members of the lords and ladies of the kingdom occasionally talk about hiring mercenaries for work. And the name Jester's Jape did come up as a particularly skilled, if sketchy, mercenary company.
No, Montblanc, I think they might actually be in leagues with Malus. The Jester's Japes, they're mercenaries, which means someone's hired them.
Alright, let's go fight us some clowns.
Wait a minute. You're saying that there's a boss who hired these weirdos to steal from me?
That's right. It's the
That's despicable, hiring someone to steal a jewel.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
My
Everyone
eyebrow
knows
actually twitched.
you're supposed to steal jewels because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah! Well, because you thought it was a funny idea at the time.
Yes.
That's it.
All right. Well, anyway, we got to be after them.
I'm coming with you.
All right. It's a good to have you as an ally, then, Gollygaunt. I'm Edmund Guilford.
All right, I'm Prince Gollygaunt. You want to be a knight?
I kind of, sort of already am, actually, but.
All
sure.
right, you can't be a knight twice. I'm sorry about that.
Oh. No, unfortunately not.
Pretty sure them's the rules. I wonder if you could be prince twice.
Double
You can be
double
Prince
knight
of
for
Two
double
Kingdoms.
king.
You know, they used to have thanes, and you could be thane twice. I bet you could be prince twice. Maybe
Yeah, I
even three
think if you're
times.
Prince of two different kingdoms.
Hey, but I would have been king twice. Well, king once and prince once, until. Well, King Cormoran is dead. I could probably take that crown.
I think some people are emperor of one place and king of another, and maybe prince of a third place.
Oh, Emperor, that sounds like a Mediterranean idea. Although it would be cool. Ah, well, all right. Sorry, I'm distracted. Let's get the other ogres out. We're gonna go comb the island.
All right.
And so you do. Prince Gollygaunt, goes through the hallways, shouting to all of his men to come to him. All the guests come, and he eventually makes a big speech telling them they gotta comb the island for 4 little tinies. And he praises you guys as if he forgot entirely that you were trying to kill him earlier. Just completely ADHD about his whole situation. And soon
Really
you're
good
out
thing
with all these ogres combing the island for the clown.
This is weird, right?
And as you're looking around, he's like, "All right, everyone, make sure you don't go to the cave. We're not waking up Auntie. Don't wake up Auntie. She'll be pissed."
Huh. Is that just a friendly way to phrase her, to refer to her, or is she actually your aunt?
I think she might actually eat some of my guests if she wakes up.
I'm gonna guess that's just a friendly way to refer to her then.
Yeah. She's, well, I mean, she's not literally my aunt, but she's like figuratively my aunt. You know how, like, when you're a kid, your parents got some friends, and they don't know how to explain that they've got friends for some reason, so they just introduce them as, like, this is your uncle, this is your auntie. It's like that.
Makes sense.
Out of curiosity, how many ogres do I get for the manual now that we're working alongside every single ogre?
You have Jotuns, you have Cyclopes, and you have Swamp Ogres. You have Gollygaunt, who is a Cloud Ogre, and that's the varieties that you find.
Nice.
I'm gonna make him a little less giant when he's on this map. Yeah, you guys can do. You can search the island, and you can justify it. Like, if I would say that's probably like an insight, just a double insight check, but you could probably justify, like maybe it's a dex check for you to, like, climb trees, or a might check to, just power through and like really, move about the forest quickly.
I would like to spend a fabula point to reroll that one, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
I would.
Because
I wouldn't mind using dex.
Sometimes
can't
God loves you, like when he let Jack Giant Slayer crit to end that boss fight. And sometimes God shows a very deep disdain.
So you said double insight?
Double insight is what I would say is standard for a search.
Okay.
oh well.
At least I do.
Hmm.
Wait.
Would
We
you
can.
would you accept
Can I
me
make an
climbing
argument?
trees for double decks?
Can I make an argument for insight willpower if I try to use my Arcanum of the Oak
Wow.
connection?
Absolutely, yeah.
Wow. All right.
We
13.
can slice.
I'm gonna use another fabula point just to see if I can get something better than A1. Oh.
Also, did we get another
Use-
fabula point for seeing Goligaunt again?
Oh yeah, you absolutely do. He's a villain, mechanically
Yeah.
speaking. Well, it's
For
technically
what?
better than a 1.
Yeah, it's technically better than a 1.
I didn't want to
Edmund,
say it.
Edmund and Charles, through brute force and talking with trees, Charles, I'm gonna say you get the first wind of where they went, but it's Edmund who actually pushes through and finds before they are wiped away footprints leading to the beach, and the trail of a boat that has since left. Little fuckers got away.
Yeah.
And Goligaunt lets out the most petulant roar of self-centered fury. Oh, god damn it! And he throws a fucking tantrum. He's like,
Throw his sword.
and he throws his sword, and then when he sees it, he's like, oh shit, you, get that, man. One of the ogres dutifully starts swimming to go get it. He huffs for a moment, collects himself, and he looks at you guys, and he's like, you're gonna find who did this, right?
Yes, that we are.
Alright. Then I want one thing from you, and then we'll be square. You find who did this, you tell old Prince Goligaunt before you get him. 'Cause I want my pound of flesh. You hear me?
Yeah, I
Sounds
think
like
we
a
can
plan.
make that arrangement.
Alright. And he offers his hand for you to shake it.
Edmund reaches out and grabs like his fingertip to shake.
And he shakes, and he does it fairly gently, oddly enough. From the side's like, you're pretty good little tinies. I'm glad I didn't kill you.
Well, we're glad you didn't kill us either.
Alright, everyone. Back up top. We didn't wake Auntie, so we did well. Let's go get drunk. And also,
Well,
you
I
look up in the sky and you see Scrunt fighting the Dark Wizard Verizon in the clouds. Who knows when he'll be down again?
Scrunt.
Damn you, Dark Wizard Verizon.
Well, I think we made allies of ogres.
I think.
You have technically made an alliance with Prince Goligaunt.
We only had to nearly cripple him and nearly
Jack?
end his lineage.
Jack nods. He's like, I only killed 2 of them this time, so that's great.
That it is. You did good, Jack. You did
You
good.
did very good.
We could have killed a few more, though. I mean, yeah, we could have, but we didn't.
Charles is trying not to laugh as he kind of leans over and whispers to Bright Eyes. I mean, he almost killed 2, but he almost killed another 2 and ended a whole bloodline.
Yeah, he killed thousands.
Multi-kill.
He killed thousands today, but let's not tell him that.
Guys stay on the beach. Leonie says, okay, so what do we do now?
Well, we know where that gem is
Well-
going, unfortunately.
I think we have to assume that they were hired by Malus, which means Malus has now at this point, what, 4 of the gems to our 1 jewels?
Well, she can't do anything unless she has all of them.
Exactly. So we know for
And we're
now.
assuming- Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm just saying, and we're assuming the wolf, the ravening beast, has one of them.
Your assumption.
We are.
At least that's my assumption, and why it's changed so much and it's hunting down the others.
I never thought of that. I guess that makes sense.
I wonder what would happen if the ravening beast became king of the land. Do you think it would be?
Everyone becomes hungry.
Jack's like,
Oh.
well, if the land was bound to the spirit of a thing that is constantly driven to eat as much as possible,
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure everyone would become prey and eventually lead to starvation.
Fair. I was just like, is it one of those situations you could fix if you put more of them together? Is my thought process. A king wolf could be kind of neat. Not the
I
ravening
think
beast,
it's more
perhaps.
likely that the king themselves could fix the ravening beast, maybe, and turn it into the full beast, satisfied beast, no longer hungry beast.
The satiated beast.
Yeah, that's a good one, narrator.
Thank you. I'll try.
Well, back to the dangerous seas and new sea creatures ahead.
Well, hold on. So I was thinking, since we know that these Jester Japes are the ones behind this, and we don't really have a lead on the next jewel at this point, I think it's time we do what we can to pay Bleak Honest a visit.
We got like 2 more witches before we go see Blake Honest.
Well, yes, we'll get through those witches, and then we'll get to her.
Yeah, that
I mean, you're more than welcome to go shotgunner yourself. Go ahead. But like,
that's a shotgun.
I don't know, it's what somebody did when they drank a beer and they never got a clarification because they became so drunk they passed over. So I'm assuming it's an alcohol thing.
Jack raises a hand. If you guys are gonna see witches, I didn't go into my backstory a lot, but there was a witch.
That would make a lot of sense.
The guy who sold me the beans stole his dad stole the beans from a witch. It was a whole thing. The lesson I learned from that is that you don't fuck with witches. So I think I'm gonna take off. But if you guys need help with not witch related things,
I mean, that's fair.
look me up. Preferably things that don't involve killing giants either.
Mhm.
But you're so good
Hey.
at it.
Maybe just a giant wolf.
I'm more morally okay with that, actually. I have a friend who was almost eaten by a wolf.
Elemental monsters.
That sounds pretty cool.
Cool. We'll remember that. Also,
So,
there's
hey, Leone.
oh,
What? You know any cool places to eat? Yeah. Yeah, there's this place in Grimhelm. And you then see the awkwardest flirting imaginable.
Jack beat Charles to it because he was going to suggest that it's like, hey, Leone is becoming quite an accomplished adventurer. You might be able to accomplish some things.
And then you see, through either what is pity or just amusement, Leone go along with it. And our 2 NPCs leave the fray. Freeing you guys up to do some side quests.
Like, Auntie.
oh yeah, we have to go visit the others, aren't we? That'll be fun.
You don't
Good.
have to.
Well, no, we have to. I have to. I have to go say hi. That's why I got the whole
And I would like
muffins.
to be human again, please.
It would be nice for him to be human again.
Plus, she might know something about how we can find the next jewel. It all lines up that this is our next path.
Let's go meet these ladies.
Okay, so if we go back to the map, let's take a look here. Why am I going into? I've been going into Wisconsin accent. I think. I apologize. I do not mean to.
It's all right. I go for British accents regardless of where a story takes place. So,
Okay. Okay. So I have information for Nellie Longarms, and that's why we have the muffins.
Mhm.
Jenny Greenteeth is 90% likely to be under the water.
Mhm.
I have no idea how to deal with it. But Egg gave me information about Nellie, so Nellie will probably give us information when we eventually defeat her about Jenny, and then Jenny will give us the way to Bleak Annis. And I think this is how this works. I could ask the book, but I think the book wants me to find out more on my own at this point in time.
Didn't weren't we supposed to bring snacks for one of them or something?
Yes, Nellie Longarms, and that's why I asked the nice lady with the very scary husband who was his tradesman for muffins. Muffins are her favorite.
Okay. Good thinking.
Oh right, the wife of the thing who ate the teeth.
Mhm. With that nice tooth fairy you met.
Although I suppose maybe we could take some time to rest here before we head out. You know, again,
Yeah.
Malus, as long as we have one of the jewels, we know Malus can't complete her plans, so I guess we don't have to rush.
And also, while you're on an island, that fucking beast can't get to you.
Yeah.
It is thankfully landlocked.
Yes.
Totally not a thing to recover HP, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, if you just need a potion here, and I'll spend 3 inventory points and give him a potion.
Why don't we just do a rest scene for it?
All right, we can
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah. Do it.
Whoopsie
Do a nice little rest on the island. I'm pretty sure I gave you some supplies so you can do an interlude on the in the wilderness at some point. And so you guys have a nice little camp out on the beach, occasionally marred by the occasional stray goblet the size of a person falling from several hundred feet above your heads into the trees, as the ogres above drunkenly party on into the night.
They're partying after getting robbed. I guess any excuse for them.
Does this count as an interlude scene?
This does count as an interlude scene.
All right.
Hey Edmund, help me out a moment, and we'll go get one of the cups, break off the stem, and use the cup as a cauldron, like stew or something.
All right.
Oh,
I mean, that thing fell from hundreds of feet up. It probably broke its stem on its own.
Well, I was going to say, I have the pot that I just have to throw a rock in and it makes a good stew.
Oh yeah, true.
I've been meaning to test out that sucker.
You know, if any of these things are jeweled, it might be worth just like crunching them down to sell it down.
Yeah, as Leone and Jack said, just a few of their coins is worth a fortune for humans.
We could bring back a cup and say, here, to help rebuild your town after the ogres.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So during this scene, I'm going to change my bond with Bleak Annis from hatred to mistrust.
Mm-hmm.
Still a little bit uncertain about her, but he, you know, doesn't. I mean, he's still not happy about being a monster person to an extent, but you know, it's more just annoyance that she was changed more than anything.
Especially since she has been sort of indirectly helping you guys a lot lately.
Yeah. Doesn't fully trust where she's going with things, but he doesn't quite hate her anymore.
Like that.
I'm gonna add. Oh wait, that can't possibly be a thing. I mean, I'm gonna just fill out loyalty with Bright Eyes. I mean, she's pretty impressive in the battle, so fill out all the positive traits with her.
Fair enough.
I think
And that's what I'm doing with bonds.
I think I will do the same with Edmund and just fill it all out and give him admiration. 'Cause he's doing his best, and I think he's a swell guy.
Finally got to use the shadow strength.
It's marvelous.
I
Are
think
you guys gonna
I'm,
edit your?
I'm going to add Charles for affection because he was helpful this session. And I'm eventually just going to do it with everybody else, but it's just like I haven't done anything with Charles in a hot second. So
Almost everybody is filled out for Bright Eyes. I just need one more for each of you.
Yeah, I have 2 on everyone on the team except for Scrunt. I have affection for Scrunt.
I have 2 for everybody except Sir George and Leone. I was contemplating making Bleak Anna's affection, but I wasn't sure how that would go over.
Well, it's not like the characters know in game that your bonds are a thing.
That's fair. Actually, yeah, I might change that just because it makes more sense story beat wise, since we're gonna go deal with the witches, and that way everybody else has 2. How about you, Charles? What are you doing?
I'm trying to think.
Obviously, affection, perhaps even love for Prince Golligont.
mm,
I didn't think about that
is
one.
there a pity bond?
Pity. It's a bond that just says, "Oh, honey."
I don't know. I'm blanking. Whoops. Sorry.
I didn't
Decide
think
away.
about it. I should have thrown something in for Golligont too.
It's mostly a joke. You don't have to have a bond of Golligont. Although, fuck, that would be really funny. Even the final fight, you're just thinking like, Golligont believes in me. I've got to do this.
And that would be the role that saves us.
Yes, I think DZ posted something about what all the ones kind of mean in context. I don't remember where it is.
Everything beasts can't swim. Meanwhile, the clowns rowing for their lives.
To answer your question, Scene, check the campaign docs for under campaign 2.
Or what?
Oh, maybe it's up higher than I realized. No.
Here it is.
There we go. Oh, I was looking it in the face and never noticed it because it wasn't highlighted like the other stuff. Highlighting, creating blindness.
Yeah, I'll do the third bond with Bright Eyes because it was so funny watching her knock the giant down twice. For the ogre.
I honestly didn't think that would work. But it was too useful to pass up.
We trusted your battle plan and it worked swimmingly.
I mean, remember that first roll didn't initially work. We had to use some Fabula points to make it work, so it's not completely broken.
Sure.
I'm just glad it worked.
Yeah, it was a nice battle. Everybody got to get some good stuff in.
Charles is feeling a little guilty for, like, trying to slice the giant's, the ogre's Achilles tendon, but, you know...
I mean, if it
Nope.
had gone his way, he would have tried to kill you all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Also, full disclosure, when Charles is having everyone help pull the sword away from him, was, so he didn't start swinging it again, but also be like, I wonder if someone else touches it, it'll shrink down to our size.
Yeah.
Upgrade for Edmund.
Unfortunately, the rainbow sword is ogre-sized forever.
Just glad I didn't get hit with that thing.
That's how Little Wizard told us to. Yeah, it rolled 1 over my defense now with the dragon plate armor. Which, TT, you have to draw with Leonie.
Oh,
Since
yeah.
we gave her a set.
I do, and she's got to equip it so that way her defense is better. Oh, I have a reason to draw Leonie again. Oh, no.
Oh no.
Technically, it was made out of stuff we stole from her dad.
Yeah, it is so appropriate. Also, I have to draw her in dragon-themed armor, possibly the coolest theme armor can have. Ah, jeez.
Oh no.
After a nice interlude, you guys wake up refreshed on an island in the middle of the bay. What do you want to do?
Could I have gathered up one of the giant jeweled chalices to give to the village?
I would absolutely say you guys get more than enough to cover the cost of repairs for them from that gauntlet. I got so many things open up now. And there was also a parting gift from Jack. He gives each of you a Giant Slayer slingshot.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait, the same thing he was using?
Yes.
Holy crap.
Damn.
Let me write this in chat. I had a copy from his character sheet, so this will take a bit longer than normal.
Oh no, you're right, Shady. Scrunt was our sailor.
Yeah. Oh no.
I want to know we lost the person who can navigate the boat.
Jeez.
And all he gave us were these letters telling us that he has a battle he must contend with. Admittedly, they're all drawings, not writing, but I understand it.
It's a shame he didn't get to see the Gazer Beam attack. I stole that from that fella who keeps on trying to kill him.
Yeah, you did.
I'm sure that fella is involved in his current battle.
Yeah, whoever that
So
wizard
when-
is, he's kind of an asshole.
I kind of have a feeling that maybe the witch that the beans got stolen from, do you think that was the owner of the bean shop in town?
I'm almost 100% sure it's the owner, that owner with the bean.
The owner of Beans, and Nothing But Beans?
Yes.
I mean, if you were going to steal beans from somebody,
It would sound like she has more than enough beans.
She has nothing but beans.
That means lots of beans to spare.
Text insight.
I don't think just generic ranged is a category selection. So does it count as a bow?
Bow, yeah.
Yeah, it counts as a bow.
Okay.
But like the sharpshooter is specifically focusing on ranged attacks as a class. So like
Mhm.
there are weapons that are specifically ranged weapons.
Oh wait, yeah, ranged. Okay, ranged. Yep, I see.
For the purposes of the Fabulous Ultimate character sheet, I roll 20. Call it a bow, but it's a slingshot. It's a slingshot specifically, good for killing things that are much bigger than you. Not that I expect you'll fight many of those.
Just gonna roll it to see if I put it in correctly. I did.
Do we want to head back to town first, or do we want to just go ahead and see Nellie Longarms?
Oh, that's up to you. We do have the boat for the rest of. I think a 24
Wow, actually
hour
rolled
period?
well. Ew, the base weapon accuracy is just so good. That's why that roll is good. I don't know enough about sailing to know what the best approach is. Don't wait. I have a book though that guarantees our safe travel to.
There you go.
Yeah. I have yes, The Mysteries of Ridgetooth Bay. Although there are 3 pages missing, don't know what that's about. But otherwise, we should be able to get to which one are we going to first?
So, going off of the order that we are most prepared for to least prepared for, we should go to Nellie Longarms first because we have the muffins.
All right.
Jenny Greenteeth would technically be on the way in theory, but of my new coven, I know the least about her. So I would like to learn more about her from Nellie, who we have more of an in with at the current point in time, before we go, oh, hey, hi, Jenny, how are you? But if we see Jenny along the way, we can say hi. You know what I mean?
Then I say we go to Nellie's. We wouldn't want her muffins to become stale.
This is true.
Okay, am I back?
Yes.
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 Because Discord is at the loading screen and is not showing me anything, but I can
Oh.
hear you.
We can hear you.
Let's close the window and try to reopen it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Does it work?
Uh-oh.
Hello?
You can still hear me, but Discord, the window is not working. So, okay.
That's weird.
I'll just use Discord on my phone to type.
Yes.
Can you can hear us?
Yeah, and I can interact on Roll20. It's just Discord is literally just
Black.
blank.
Okay.
So-
That's weird.
That is weird. Okay. Strange.
Well,
That's what I see. Once it loads.
wow, okay.
But I can hear you. I can talk with you. So
Okay, Discord's weird.
All right.
Fair enough.
Well,
So, what do you think, Charles? Do you think we should go see Nellie first while we have fresh muffins? Or should we risk Jenny? Or should we just beeline to Bleak Annis?
we don't know where Bleak Annis
there's
is,
a
do we?
phone number.
It's on the map. Yeah,
Like,
I'm not.
If you remember, you're not going to get there without tokens of approval from all 3 of the other coven members.
Yes.
Just knowing where her hut is does not mean she'll be there.
Yeah, we need the signs of approval first from Nellie and Jenny. Otherwise, it's a gamble and a crapshoot, and I'm not done with my task yet. I'd rather get closer to that if we're going to do a gamble and a crapshoot.
Well, who's the closest one?
I think this is Jenny, and I'm pointing
So-
at the map, and then this is Nellie?
So Nellie's on the land, Jenny's in the water.
Technically, Jenny would be the closest. put Nellie's on dry land, and the one that you have muffins for. So I don't know. It's up to you.
We have
Yeah,
more
let's-
information going into Nellie's. So,
Yeah, then let's go to Nelly with the muffins.
with the muffins.
Fresh
That
muffins
makes
are better.
sense to me.
Yes.
Good thing we have that book to tell us where to go.
Oh, I never poisoned the giant's food with the nightshade. I have so much deadly nightshade. Oh well.
The ogres are on our side now, so
I'm not gonna poison them now, but I got so much nightshade.
So does Charles.
well, maybe Malus will try to throw some wicked, awful coronation party that we can interrupt or something. You never know.
I have plans.
I still have 9 beans.
We all have plans for poison. It's fine.
But off to go see Nellie. Wonderful, wonderful Nellie.
All right, off to see Vanelli, the wonderful, wonderful Nelly. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
We're back on the boat.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Who would like to roll a d4?
Sure.
Who would like to re-roll a d4? Who would like to re-roll a
Let me
d4?
try. Let me try.
Hey! Let me check what you're getting here. Oh shit. No, wait. That's not right. Oh, okay. As you guys are sailing across the bay, you hear a beautiful song ring out over the air.
Charles instantly knows
as you see a beautiful woman from afar sitting on a rock singing her heart out.
Does Charles know what to do in this situation?
And then you hear a different woman singing a beautiful song out on a rock. And hers is a lot more has a faster tempo and is bawdier. It's like and the two both are like take notice of each other. They haven't even noticed your boat is approaching, and they begin singing louder. And as your boat approaches, the one of them, who you realize is a mermaid, looks at you all and is like, all right, you like mine better though, right? And everybody's like, no, they don't like yours, fish bitch. They like mine. Mine's the pretty song. Yours is just some like treacly garbage. Oh, you did not call it treacly. Yeah, I did. It's like treacle. It sucks.
To explain me missing all that, Charles, as soon as he heard hearing on the water, clamped his hands over his ears.
And the two just continue to argue until finally they both turn to all of you and they're like, okay, who's the better singer?
Mont Blanc turns around like, I am not equipped for this situation.
Puddle, there's got to be some way. Aren't there stories where they the person says something to like get them to still compete with each other while getting away safely?
Charles is deafened.
And the mermaid's like, hey, if you say I'm the better singer, I'll give you a really cool shell. A shell? A shell is what you're offering? It's the fucking this ocean. They can get shells anywhere. I'll give you one of my feathers.
Yeah. Charles is getting bad feelings about a golden apple.
Mont Blanc's like hurriedly sketching, like, I don't know what these are. I've never been on the ocean before.
And you see an entry talking about mermaids and an entry talking about sirens, both of whom are known for their great singing voices and occasionally preying on sailors, but also being described as being very sexy by sailors, which shows that sailors really have a lot of issues they need to work through with their therapist.
I have
Wait.
the dumbest fucking idea in the
All
world.
right. What is it?
Do you all approve of me trying it?
Yes.
Yes. That's what a loyalty bond's
What?
for.
Both as players and characters, by the way.
Yes.
Me as a player, I'm fine, but Charles is like, what?
She calls out, still disguised. She goes, "Well, I don't know, ladies. It's hard to judge when you have such different styles. Do you think you could perhaps do a duet?"
And the siren and the mermaid look at each other and both immediately blush. And the siren's like, I don't know if I can sing with her. Her voice is so high. Yeah, and you've got that really husky, like, alto voice. I don't know if we'd be able to make the harmony work.
I think you would do delightful.
I mean, it would provide an interesting contrast, I suppose. Yeah, it would. It could be an interesting contrast. It could, we could maybe like switch between tempos. Yeah, that's it makes a song more interesting.
I think that would be
And
lovely.
the two sing together, and they actually do have a really lovely little duet, despite the clash of styles. And when they end their song, they both look at each other and they smile really sweetly. And the siren says, maybe we don't have to be competing with each other. Yeah. Maybe we could work together.
I don't know.
I'd like that. And they both look at you and they smile. The siren gives you a siren feather, and the mermaid gives you a conch shell. I like that. That was very, very good role playing. So, congrats. Here's your loot for the siren and mermaid encounter.
Woo!
So I was afraid that when they were like, it's like, let's work together, they're going to turn to us and attack as a team.
That was my same idea, though. I thought the duet approach would be the best way too.
It was very lovely, though.
It was absolutely lovely.
Ooh, those are some. Is the shell a one-time use?
Nope.
Oh, it's any befriended. We
You
do
have at least
no-
you have at least 3 at this point. There was that young Seaboar way back in session 1.
There's the
And there's
Knucker.
these 2. Well, the Knucker is a freshwater creature.
Oh, true.
If he was a sea dragon,
Right.
he'd be a Guivir.
River Knucker.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. Honestly,
If you remember, the Seaboar needed help because it was trapped in the.
And we never met the water horse hiding in the zoo, so
Mhm.
If you need a
Well.
bullshit explanation for how that went so well, I do have Order Unexpected Ally, so I know how to talk.
Bullshit explanation. That was good role playing. Like, Fabio Ultima was like, tell a story. I don't feel like you don't like it says you don't have to roll for everything. This is something I've been trying to drill into the heads of everyone I've been playing with this with. Is that like sometimes if a character says they do something, it just makes sense that they do it.
Which is very nice, actually.
Yeah.
yeah. I hope I didn't lessen it by Charles being like, "Oh fuck, Odysseus problem."
No, I love that.
That was very
'Cause
funny.
That makes the undercut of how peacefully we solve the situation all the funnier. All right, good job, gang. I'm proud of you.
yeah.
Also, I will be right back. I have to go get something to put in my stomach so it shuts up. Keep going.
Okay.
So, Charles, why were you like covering your ears? It was very lovely music. You missed a wonderful song.
Oh, have the stories of Odysseus gotten this far north? He's kind of
So
asking Mont Blanc that as well as me asking that of you.
yeah, I'm gonna say that learned individuals might like the heroes of antiquity are beloved in Mediterra, and they're cultural icons in Mediterra, and in other countries, they're viewed the way like the founding fathers would be viewed in like Japan.
Ah,
You know, they might know some very broad strokes about the heroes of antiquity, and dear God, when the Mediterraneans invaded, they certainly tried to like teach all these Mediterranean values and customs to people. But unlike in reality, where the constant Roman invasions drilled this obsessive fanboyism for Roman culture, it didn't stick. In the other cultures of Midgheim, so like there might be learned individuals or individuals who had experiences with Mediterraneans that would know stuff about the heroes of antiquity. But for most people in Britance, if you say you know about Odysseus, you'd be like, no, I don't really know about Odysseus. Is that like a
Could I
it's
roll
like a
to
cheese?
Could I roll to
honestly,
see if I know
could see
Odysseus?
Edmund might knowing too, being of noble descent.
He
Same
might.
with
And
Bright Eyes.
Mont Blanc's a nerd, so Mont Blanc, I'll let you roll like an insight, double insight to see if it difficulty
Yeah,
level 10, I'll say.
Jeez.
And he'll give a smile with that result. It's like it's one of my favorite stories that my grandmother used to tell me. She had a bit of
Yes.
a library growing up.
And one of them was of the sirens who their songs enchanted the sailors, and you had to deafen yourself.
That makes sense. I didn't even think of it in that context. They were kind of like fighting with each other, and then they duetted with each other, and that was really lovely.
Yes,
I also
From
think
what
it
I
was more
could-
romantical than I think I was expecting, but hey.
that's what the body language seemed to get towards the end there. Actually, question:
Good for
would there
them.
be sirens in Aesopton? Or
Probably not. There
not
might be
close enough to
harpies. There might be harpies, but sirens are less common, and like the cyclopes, they don't really like work within the empire of Mediterra.
Hmm.
Okay. They're not easily caught, and they're not easily enslaved like harpies would be. More traditional reptii. Because sirens are generally a more powerful and intelligent breed of monster.
Okay, so that would explain why he was a little more like, oh shit, we have to be careful because he's never met one in person then.
Yeah, and like probably stories told to them highlight, their tendency to be, or at least their perceived tendency to be monstrous and carnivorous predatory creatures.
Yeah, Charles might feel a little sheepish after that, but
They were nice. Now we're off to go see Nellie. Wonderful, wonderful Nellie.
We're off to see Nellie, the wonderful Nellie Longarms. All right, I do not have a map for Nellie's hut, but that's okay.
It is 10 if you want to wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say we'll wait. Possibility we might do it next week and the week after. We'll see. But yeah, we got the ogre plot done, and we've got 2 out of the 4 sea encounters encountered.
nice.
And I think that's pretty good.
Funny, we rolled 4 twice.
Next time on No Small Feat, we're gonna talk to some witches, because we probably won't just do Nellie. We might even do all 3.
Dun dun dun.
Oh boy! The plot's focusing on me more than I would like.
Have fun with that.
Not just you, though. You're not
It is
the only
just
one
me.
tied to them by
Not
this
just
point.
me. Not just me. This is true. Charles is involved. Not Charles. Edmund. I was looking at the screen and Charles's name is up.
And what of the jester? And this floor show? Yeah.
Jesters.
Hashtag relationship.
I was going to say, who's going to be the first to roll in for the clowns?
I didn't stop recording, so that is going to be one of the last things on here.
I'm glad that killed you.